Did you guys see that now it's come out that Mike Pence has classified documents in his house in Indiana? It's so weird. It's like, even when this first came out about Biden at Penn and the Biden Center, the think tank, having documents there, I'm like, okay, so why are we finding out about this? You're just self-outing now out of an abundance of caution. Well, that's what Mike Pence's team actually said. They said that after hearing about how Biden had classified documents in his home in Delaware, as well as the beach house and the garage with the Corvette, Mike Pence's team, out of an abundance of caution, performed a self-search, actually. Out of an abundance of caution, performed a self-search, an entirely consensual self-search. People are speculating, okay, why is this coming out now? Very good question, you know? Why is this coming out now? It could be a couple things. Nobody outs themselves unless they are either afraid, number one, that it's already going to come out, above 90% certain that it's going to come out, or all of a sudden the powers that be don't like you anymore and want to get rid of you. So those are two things. I am going to cautiously observe this whole situation. Another thing that I think is still also a possibility is that, another possibility is that after the Mar-a-Lago raid, when I guess they didn't find what they were looking for, or I don't know, because I didn't see any indictments, now we're going to have an epidemic of classified documents, being discovered in politicians' homes. And because Joe Biden and Mike Pence have dutifully offered up their domiciles to the FBI and the DOJ voluntarily, consensually, then that would make former President Trump's actions, supposedly, although it's not true, they say that he didn't cooperate, which is bizarre because he also let them in. That would make his actions, though, also very serious. And I don't know, it might just be an attempt to kind of flood the zone, with news that's not really important, but it kind of grips the nation. Breaking news: we have an epidemic of classified documents having left the government, left the White House, and now being kept in private homes. What else can I talk about that's copacetic for this platform? Oh yeah. Okay, so the shooting in Monterey Park. Monterey Park I've been to when I was writing for China Daily USA, and not only is it a very close-knit community of Chinese Americans, but it's also where I believe some of the community leaders of Los Angeles frequent, the restaurants they go to, etc. I found out more about the perp. The shooter was a Chinese immigrant. I think he was elderly, maybe 70, and his name was Tran Cho something. And anyway, he used to attend the dance studio, at least maybe both of them. But the first one he went to was called the Star Ballroom in Monterey Park, and then the second one he went to was called um, Lala, I think Lala Dance Studio in Alhambra, which is nearby. And you may have heard now about the hero, the 26-year-old. His name is Brandon Tsay, Tsay, I think. And he actually disarmed this guy before he could go into the second ballroom. Now, Brandon's family, apparently, according to reports, has has owned the La La Dance Studio for 3 generations. And there's security camera footage of him in a struggle with this perp, with this murderer. And it's amazing because he goes for the gun, and the guy can't really shoot him. I guess he was just masterful at it. He said it was the first time he'd ever held a gun, but in any case, he got the gun, wrestled the gun away from the guy, and finally the guy, the older man who decided to murder a bunch of people, he gave up and left. He left the Lala ballroom, and then with the gun, I guess police traced it somehow to this Tran fellow who lives in Hemet. And Hemet is, I believe, in Riverside County, and pretty far out east of LA. And then, but for some bizarre reason, they tracked down his van in Torrance, which is in Los Angeles, closer to the shore. But I don't know if anyone's listening, so I'm just going to end this now.